Welcome to Speakeasy Spirits. Today I want to make a classic Cinco de Mayo cocktail. It's citrusy, it's tart, it's sweet, and it's not a margarita. Let's take a look at the Paloma. With Cinco de Mayo coming up, there's probably a ton of margarita videos coming out right now, but I wanted to do something a little different. The Paloma shares a lot of qualities with the margarita. It's tequila and citrus with a sweetener, but the citrus is going to be grapefruit instead of lime, and you're typically using carbonation, either a grapefruit soda or club soda. I'm going to make two versions, the traditional Paloma using a grapefruit soda, and then we'll make it speakeasy style. With fresh grapefruit juice, we'll carbonate it ourselves, and it'll have a little smoky touch to it. A basic Paloma is super simple. It's going to use Blanco tequila, some grapefruit soda. I'm using this one from Q, but any supermarket grapefruit soda will do, and a little bit of lime juice. And to keep it simple, we're going to make this one right in the glass. We're going to start by rimming the glass with tahini. You don't have to do this, but I think it adds a little something to it. We'll start by cutting a wedge of lime. And we're just going to run that around the outside of the glass. And I'm going to rim just half of this glass. Now we'll take that and just run it around the tahini. And you only want to get the outside of the glass. You don't want to go straight down. Then you'll end up with tahini in your glass, which means you got tahini in your drink. Same thing goes for salt. I always use this technique of just rimming the outside of the glass. And our glass is ready. So to that, we're going to add some ice. Now we're going to use 1.75 ounces of Blanco tequila. And we want 4 ounces of our grapefruit soda. Since I already know this glass holds about 10 ounces and we've got the ice and 2 ounces of tequila in there, we will just top this one off. And last, we're going to want 1/4 ounce of lime juice. Now we'll give that a stir. Nice and easy. We don't want this to foam up. And there you have a simple Paloma. That's really nice and refreshing. There's a sharpness to the Blanco tequila that pairs well with the bitterness of the grapefruit. The grapefruit soda adds just the right amount of sweetness, and the acid of the lime really balances it and brings it all together. It's a great cocktail for a hot Cinco de Mayo day. Now that we've tried a simple Paloma, let's see if we can make things a bit fancier. We're going to use some fresh grapefruit juice, sweeten it with some honey syrup, and then we're going to use a split between an añejo tequila and a mezcal. Once again, we're going to start with prepping our glass, but instead of using tahini this time, I was at a local spice shop and picked up this bacon smoked sea salt. So let's rim the glass with that. Same technique. Take some lime and run it around the edge of the glass, and then roll the outside edge through the sea salt. We've got our rimmed glass now. Since we're using fresh juice, we're going to want to shake this cocktail. So let's start with 2 ounces of grapefruit. Now you probably want to get ruby red or pink grapefruit. White grapefruit is a lot more bitter, and you'd have to use more sweetener to balance it out. Now we're going to use 1 ounce of our honey syrup. Now honey syrup is just some honey with an equal part of water added to it. Makes it easy to pour and easier to blend. And then we'll go with 1 ounce each of our añejo tequila. You definitely could use a Blanco tequila here, but I like the way the añejo tequila kind of rounds out the flavors of the mezcal. And we'll use 1 ounce of our mezcal. Now mezcal is essentially the same as a tequila, but with an added smoky note to it. Now, let's give that a shake. And you want to shake this enough to get it really cold, because we're going to serve this in a glass without ice, but also we're going to carbonate this, and the carbonation works better on really, really cold liquids. So this is my Carbo. This is the same as a DrinkMate or SodaStream. It's going to inject carbonation into whatever we put in here. Now, unlike some brands, you can put any ingredients you want in this. Some of them really say to only use water, but this one works great with cocktails. One of the reasons I bought this is the really wide opening at the top. You could drop pieces of fruit in here and infuse it into whatever liquid you're carbonating. So let's strain this into our bottle. Stir on the top. And we'll give it 3 pumps of carbonation. It helps carbonate it if you swish it around a little bit. And then we'll give that just a minute to sit and absorb all the carbonation. All right, let's open this up. And we'll add it to our glass. Wait for the bubbles to settle a little bit and top it off. Now we'll add a little crushed ice just to fill out the glass. And here you have my Speakeasy Smokey Paloma. I've always felt that honey and smoke are a great combination, whether it's a smoky scotch or a mezcal. It really pairs well together. The sharpness of the pink grapefruit cuts through some of that smoke and the sweetness of the honey and really balances it all out. And then if you add that bacon salt, bacon makes everything better. If you're heading out to a Mexican restaurant for Cinco de Mayo, you're probably not going to be able to experience this. But if you have the ingredients at home and you like a smoky cocktail, I recommend you give this one a try. There's 2 Palomas for Cinco de Mayo. The traditional grapefruit soda and tequila, and something smoky and a little different. If you do want to make a margarita, I'll link to my margarita video at the end of this one. If you're looking for something to carbonate your cocktails or just make your own seltzer water, this Carbo works great. I'll put a link to it in the description. I hope you liked the video. If you did, be sure to like and subscribe. We'll see you next time.